If you're currently circling thoughts like, why is this happening to me? Why am I struggling so much right now? I'm really suffering. I get it. I feel you because I have been there myself. So if you're ready to change and create change, then this video will share a teaching that will alter your relationship to your suffering entirely. And stick around to the end where I'll share how you can take advantage of these teachings and apply them to your current situation. David, William, Pearce, welcome back. So to start, we need to reframe the question. Most people ask, why didn't God just create a world without suffering? But that question assumes a separate creator, which Tantra does not. Instead, Tantra asks, why is reality structured in a way that allows for the full range of possibility, from the most painful to the most beautiful? And the answer begins with this. Consciousness is completely free, which means you are completely free. Hot water, yum. Consciousness is not limited by anything, capable of expressing everything, which means you are also autonomous. If consciousness is truly free, it must be free to experience everything. Put another way, if you are truly free, you must be free to experience everything, including suffering. Catch-22 of being a human being. The experience of everything is part of the human operating system. And this is why suffering exists and why you experience it. Consciousness explores itself through experience, and for that exploration to be real, there must be genuine possibility, real change, real uncertainty, real consequence. Otherwise, it would be like a game you can't lose, and eventually, you'd get bored. Harish, in his book Tantra Illuminated, offers a powerful metaphor called the dream machine, which I believe was something a colleague or a fellow student of his shared with him. It goes like this. Imagine you lived in reality where you had complete control and nothing happened without your permission. After a time of indulging in pleasure, you'd create situations of challenge, but ultimately you'd prevail because you're in control. Then, one day, a magical machine appears that you didn't put there. There's a big button on it, and next to the button, a sign which says, the dream machine. If you push this button, anything could happen. Joys beyond your wildest dreams and fears beyond your darkest nightmares. Or more probably, both. If you push it, you will forget that you pushed it and will be plunged into a world of infinite possibility. Will you take the chance? Will you go on the adventure? And as Harish writes, the question is not whether you'll push the button, it's how long you'll wait until you do. Pain is not the same as suffering. Pain is part of life. But most suffering is created by the mind. It comes from misalignment with reality. When you resist what is, cling to stories that aren't true, identify with only a small part of who you are, you create inner conflict. And that conflict is experienced as suffering. Tantra calls this ignorance. Not stupidity, but mistaking a part for the whole. It's seeing the tip of the iceberg and not realizing that there is something greater beneath the surface. Suffering is not punishment, it's feedback. And this is the turning point. Suffering is not there to harm you, it's there to show you something. Just like physical pain tells you that something is wrong in the body, mental and emotional suffering tells you that there is a misalignment in how you're seeing reality. And the moment you start to look at your suffering this way, everything begins to change. It becomes not something to escape, but something to listen to, because within it, there is guidance. Every moment of suffering is pointing you back to truth. And Tantra goes even further. It says everything in your life can be for your awakening. Everything can be a blessing. Not because it's easy, but because it reveals something essential. And when you begin to see this, you reclaim something powerful. Your freedom. The freedom to choose how you relate to your experience. The freedom to learn from it, to be transformed by it. The freedom to transform it. Everything points us to the deeper pattern and a powerful opportunity to wake up, even the worst atrocities of humanity. Sometimes consequences get drastic before we choose to learn about the pattern and act from their learnings. But in every case, there are smaller signs pointing to the misalignment along the way. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. What matters is to bear witness to the uniquely human potential at its best, which is to transform personal tragedy into triumph, to turn one's predicament into a human achievement. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This power of autonomy exists in everyone in equal measure. In exercising it, you make the worst thing that ever happened to you into the greatest gift, and join those who've gone before you in saying, my life has sometimes been filled with challenge and pain, and I'm so grateful for it. So if this teaching has resonated with you, especially if you're navigating something difficult right now, there is a full quiz linked in the description to help you integrate what we've explored in this video. You can take the quiz, and if you'd like the answers, you can get them completely free. It's there to help this shift land in a real practical way. If you find yourself repeating the same patterns in your life, your business, or your relationship, then this is exactly the work that we can do together. Through Articulate and the 4Fs framework, we reveal the pattern behind your reactions so they become a choice instead of something that you repeat. You can work with me one-on-one, both online, and in person. And for couples, we have Contact Massage, a 3-hour guided journey to deepen connection, presence, and intimacy. All the details for everything can be found in the description. So thank you for joining. Comments welcome, and I'll see you in the next transmission. Cheers.